morning light sets my intention right, open for another day. And the fuel I need that allows me to breathe is love. And I give it away, so it returns. From love I learn to see the light in another day. Oh, the light in another day. Shimmering through the trees, the smell in the breeze. Water flows high to low. Mother Nature's place slows down the pace, allows my roots to grow, undivided with this place. Open space finds me in grace. I give it away, so it returns. From love I learn to see the light in another day. Oh, the light in another day. My soul is free on a mountain or by the sea. Any place I can be, filled with the love, faith in the light above it all, that I might give it away, so it returns. From love I learn to see the light in another day. Oh, the light in another day. I give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away. I give it away. So it returns. From love I learn to see the light in another day. Oh, the light in another day. I give it away.
Yeah, give it away. What are you giving away, Pierre?
Give it away now.
Every note. I love the line, Mother Nature slows your pace.
Mm-hmm.
I have in this, this month of expansion, those words just resonate so strongly.
That's where I find it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for that amazing opening song. I mean, what people don't realize is that I come on when you're singing, so I'm like dancing away, and about 3 or 4 times I look and make sure that my mic is off, because you don't need background singers.
Yeah. But I'll have you know, I see you doing it, and I love it. It's like encouragement. You go, Pierre. You go.
Yeah.
You just keep going. It's like it's working. He's dancing there.
There you go. That's our little background ticket that people don't know. It's like when I'm doing my talk, I see no one, so I have no idea how it's landing. So feel free to pop in every now and then and go, right on. I mean,
that's true. Yeah. Oh yeah. Anytime you say something really like informative, I'll just come on and go,
right.
And you go, right, Pierre. Oh yeah. Nobody can see him. But yeah, I'll go mind blown.
Yeah. There you go. Brilliant. Well, listen, thank you so much. And we will catch up a little bit later with you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for that opening. That's wonderful. And right now, I just want to say welcome, everyone. Welcome to this Wednesday night midweek celebration. This we call it Midweek Boost, whatever name you want to give it. It's a little connection to your spirituality, a little bit of a connection to becoming grounded in midweek. And, we hear from a lot of people who watch it when they watch it in the archives or when they watch it live. And we always love to get feedback as well. So thank you for showing up and bringing your consciousness here with us tonight. To begin, I just want to do a little grounding. We call it affirmative prayer or treatment. It's just basically to bring us all in this moment. So I invite you, if you're comfortable to do it, to just close your eyes, and just sit still for a moment and recognize that in this vast universe that we're all connected to this thing called universe. And whether we call it universe or God or love or any other name, just recognize that it is the grounding force for each and every one of us. And that recognize that each of us are individualized expressions of this divine nature, of this light, and we're all connected to it. But still, we are individualized expressions. So we're all here for our own reason, for our own purpose. And I want to thank you for bringing that consciousness that is you here. I'm so grateful for this medium that we have, that we can do this online. The experience is so much grander when you're in person because you all get to interact. However, in light of what we've got, this is a great place to be, and thank you for bringing your consciousness here. And then we understand the power of words, the power of thoughts. And so with that, I simply invite you to let everything go that happened before this moment, and then just release these beautiful, powerful words that I just spoke into the universe. And know that as we release it, it is done. We're here, and everybody will hear exactly what they need to hear tonight. So with that, we say, and so it is. That's basically just something that we end to say, and so it is. Puts the button on the end of our treatment or our invocation or our coming together. And so with that, I would like to bring on our practitioner of the week this week, who will be doing a fabulous meditation. Nick is a ministerial student at the center. He's into his second year, just beginning his second year journey into ministerial school. So welcome, Nick. How are you tonight?
Very good.
Wonderful.
And thank you for that that treatment. I think that set the mood very well.
Good, good. Well, I happen to know that you're going to continue that mood, energy of grounding, that energy of centering with your magnificent meditation. And then you and I will have a bit of a chat at the end of your meditation. And so I'm going to leave you to your meditation, and I invite everybody just to stay completely grounded as Nick takes you through your meditative journey. So enjoy, Nick.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm Nick Michelli, and I'm a practitioner at Global Truth Center Toronto, as Reverend Fred said. And I invite everyone to completely relax and just be completely present. Let go of everything that's happened today, all other concerns. I invite everyone to pay attention to your breath without changing anything. Just relax. Let the energy fall in. Let the breath fall in, fully, completely, with no effort. Be aware of the energy around you. And keep in mind that we all share a universal energy. the energy that fills all of us. Feel your weight sinking toward the earth that supports all of us. We're all connected, all part of a universal energy. I call this energy, this source, God, creative mind, universal love, the quantum field. And I know that in this perfect creative source, there's a vast array of possibilities, a spectrum of possibilities. And the loving creative source is bringing these possibilities into experience by directing attention. The loving source is always evolving in the world of experience, always bringing everything to its highest and best form. This creative energy is my energy. Just as universal mind brings the spectrum of possibilities into form, I bring the spectrum of possibilities into form in my life. As the world of form is evolving, as the world of experience is evolving, I am evolving, moving toward my highest and best self, expanding into the fullest and best expression of who I am. All of this creative abundance is mine. And I see this creative expression in everyone. We are all living in a world of possibilities, creating our own lives in our own unique way. I invite everyone to think about personal transformation, expansion, moving into best expression of ourselves. And I invite everyone into this thought, into this space, and I offer a minute of silence to think about personal creation, personal transformation, personal expansion. And I invite everyone to think about the vast vitality of universal mind, the vitality that fills the universe. We can see it in all of nature. I can feel it no matter what transient experience I'm having. I'm full of life and vitality, and I see that all around me. I invite everyone to think about life and vitality in whatever form means the most to each of you. And I invite everyone to continue to breathe deeply and fully. And I think about the abundance of universal mind, the abundance in a world where all possibilities are there. The abundance of wealth, of time, of support. I invite everyone to think about abundance in whatever form means the most to you. Continue to breathe deeply and fully. Universal mind is love. And love is the truth of all of creation. Every part of the world of experience is in relationship, and relationships are inspired by love. In loving spirit, I'm free to recognize my own goodness, my own strength and power. And I'm free to recognize the good in everyone. I invite everyone to think about relationship. I invite everyone to think about the relationships that are most important to you. And I invite everyone to continue to breathe deeply and fully. And I'm a creator. I am creating, and I see creativity in everyone. Universal mind is creative, and I am creative. I have a calling in the world, as does everyone. I invite everyone to think about their place in the world, their role. I invite everyone to think about their creativity. And I invite everyone to think about creativity in whatever way means the most to you. Continue to breathe deeply and fully. I live in a world of infinite possibility. The possibilities are coming into experience. They're transforming. They're expanding. The best and fullest expression of creation is always coming into being. I invite everyone to think about how that spirit of expansion is coming into your life. That personal transformation take a moment to think about how expansion and transformation are working out for you. Invite everyone to think about the highest and best for themselves. Put yourself in that vision, in that image. Feel it. And I offer everyone a minute of silence to contemplate what you're creating. And now I invite everyone to listen to these words. I am grateful for all the bounty that's available to me, all the wonder of the world of experience. Each of us gives gratitude in our own way, and I invite everyone to give gratitude as they wish. My life is a masterpiece. I am creating it in universal love. I release my word as law. Please join me in saying, and so it is. Now I invite everyone to continue listening and continue to enjoy the service tonight. Namaste.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us, only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I am a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one.
Oh, wow. Pierre, what an amazing version of that song. You are so incredibly talented.
Thank you very much.
I
Thank
feel
you.
like I just attended the concert of Pierre, aka Jim Croce, aka I don't know, Gordon Lightfoot.
Gordon, James Taylor. Oh, the list goes on.
The list goes on. Thank you so much.
Well, those are some of my idols for sure, and yeah, it's
So that
obviously
was
the influence is there for sure.
absolutely. Well, thank you so much for bringing that to life in that way. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure.
I literally had goosebumps the entire song. So,
Oh.
so if it's moving me, we know it's moving others as well.
Mhm.
So wonderful. Thank you so much.
My
And
pleasure.
we will catch up with you a little bit later.
Okay. Yep.
And thank you. And Nick, that wonderful meditation that took us through the 4 pillars and took us through all of the foundations of what it is that we have and tying it into expansion. Thank you so much for that amazing meditation as well. Completely grounded me. I always say if people show up for the meditation and the song at the beginning, so be it. You've got your money's worth out of tonight.
Okay, well, thank you.
Indeed, you're most welcome. So Nick, our theme this month is expansion. How does expansion fit into the Global Truth Center philosophy?
Well, we've been talking in the Global Truth Centers, we're putting together quantum physics with traditional New Thought spirituality. And when we do that, we start to talk about the huge spectrum of possibilities. But part of the new thought is that we're bringing the best into existence all the time. And that to me is expansion. That's moving toward our highest good and moving the world toward its highest good. That's we believe in that, and that's what that to me, that's what expansion means to me.
Perfect. And listen, speaking of expansion, you're going into ministerial school 2nd year. I believe it starts tomorrow. Is that correct?
That's right.
Okay. Well, how does that expansion fit in with you and your experience?
Well, I went through an incredible experience. I would say it started last June when I flew down for my ministerial panels, had a great time, but one part of it was disappointing to me. I thought I was going to graduate as a minister this year, so I had to gather myself a little bit. That really shook me up. But I also realized that I've got to make some big changes. I think about the the book, The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And one of my favorites in that book, one of my favorite points is always do your best. And I thought, I'm not sure I did my best. So that's my commitment. I'm going to do my best now.
Beautiful.
And show myself what that is. And I think it's going to be great. And I think that's what expansion means in this context.
Absolutely. And I can guarantee that you will come out different than you go into this year, because that's what happens, right? We change, and then something changes, and then we build on that, and so on. So good for you for doing that. On expansion, what's one message that you might want to leave with our community when it comes to expansion?
Well, I spent a lot of time this summer between my visit to LA and the first class this week, thinking about myself, my past history. Spent some time thinking about my failures and thinking about what I could learn from every experience I've had. So I'm recommending introspection. I think that's a great way to grow and transform yourself.
Yeah, go with it.
That's what I'm offering to anyone who wants to work with that approach.
Wonderful. Wow. I'm sure that you've knocked on someone's door or tapped on someone's sense of inner journey right now with just that explanation. So thank you so much for that, Nick. Nick, our affirmation for the month, if you would mind reading.
Yes. Yes. Our affirmation is, my mind is open to infinite possibility. And repeat with me, my mind is open to infinite possibility.
Beautiful. My mind is open to infinite possibilities. Thank you, Nick. And thank you for sharing your beautiful meditation. And thank you for sharing this wonderful talk with me at this time. At this time. So thank you, sir. And we shall catch up with you a little bit later.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. And at this point, I just wanted to extend a thank you to some of the people who filled in while I was away. First and foremost, of course, our practitioners who stepped in, to Pierre, who shows up every week. Thank you so much, Pierre, for that during that time. And I wanted to really publicly acknowledge, Reverend Lesia, who came in and just did an amazing job for the first time talking at our center. And then, of course, the incomparable Dr. Liza, who comes with an energy and, just so articulate and so clear on what her message is. She lives this philosophy, and she showed up and delivered, not only planned, but also unplanned, because as some of you know, I was supposed to be back last week, and I got this little bug called COVID, and was sort of out of commission for a few days. And I contacted Dr. Liza, and she stepped up immediately and said, "You need me, I'm there." So I just wanted to publicly thank them for stepping in while I was away, and even in the unexpected time. So thank you to everybody who showed up and who brought your consciousness. And I want to say thank you to you who is joining us tonight and choosing to bring your consciousness here with us as we focus on expansion this month. So what comes to mind when you think of expansion? Is it something, is it a new book? Is it a new way of life? Is it meeting new people? What is it that it means to you? Is it something big, bigger, or biggest? What if I told you that expansion also is sometimes in retraction? Sometimes it's the small things. Sometimes it's the things that are simple, and we step into something new. And it doesn't have to be something grand. It just has to be a new thought. That is what expansion is. As most of you know, I was on a big adventure. Our theme was adventure last month, and I was on a trip to Alaska. I went on this journey to Alaska, and it was expansive in its own way. When I say that expansion can be pared down, truly, it was in the stillness of all of it that transpired. So present in the moment, so incredibly focused on just where I was in any particular time. And what really helped in that process is that I was completely unplugged. That is, I had no access to email, no access to texting, no data, no phone. My phone was simply a camera. And what we did on that trip, there were several of us who went, and what we did is some of us would carry our cameras most of the time, some of us part of the time, and then we exchanged all of our photos at the end, and it's just absolutely breathtaking. But in that stillness, in that quiet moment of just being fully present and immersed was just an incredible experience, to something that I haven't done for a very, very long time, because we're always connected, we're always checking, we're always checking our phones or whatever. And what was interesting is before I left, I was talking to many people, many of my friends, and I'm going, oh, when I come back, while I'm there, I know I'm going to be unplugged. I'm going to figure out some of the changes that I want to make in my life. I'm going to make these big plans. I've got things that I want to do. I'm not sure if I'm going to, do this plan or this plan. And when I'm there, I'm going to figure it out. And I think it was around day 6. And I turned to my cousin, my twin cousin, I call her, who I was traveling with. And I said, what's interesting is that here I was planning all these big things, and yet I have planned nothing for when I get back home. And really, it was just a sign to say that I was really present in the now. And while I was there, I was there. And what did I do? I connected to nature. I mean, we saw humpback whales, and we saw orcas, and we saw moose, and we saw elk, and we saw bald eagles, and we saw black bears, and we saw brown bears. We even stopped at a salmon run, so we watched the salmon jump out of the water. I mean, it was really just an incredibly immersive, peaceful place. Pierre's song, the lyrics of it said, Mother Nature slows down the pace. We really experienced a slowed down pace on that incredibly immersive journey that we were on. And to me, that's expansion. To me, it is a tremendous practice. I think everybody in the world should take time and just unplug completely for as long as you can, and just reconnect to nature, to the things around you, whatever that happens to be. And even maybe it's not in Alaska, but maybe it's a road trip, maybe it's maybe it's a beach, maybe whatever it happens to be for you. Just I think that everybody should unplug and just sit in the vastness of this grand universe. Another thing that happened on this trip is every day they told us that we'd have rain. We were supposed to have rain in every port, and there was 90% chance, 80% chance, and we had literally 7 days of sunshine. Now, it did rain while we were on the ship. We did have days that were fogged out, but the sun showed up every single day at every single port. And here's an interesting thing. While we were on there was a comedian that talked about doing the math, and that how many trips had happened out of the course of, I don't know, I think it was 10 or 20 years, however long it was, and that there were literally only 4 cruises that ever had 7 days of sunshine going to Alaska. And we got to experience that. And I have to tell you that I went to Alaska in 1992. And before we left here, I was telling everybody about that trip, that it was one of the warmest, freakiest warm and sunshine trips. We had 7 days of sunshine. So I can literally say that I've been to Alaska twice. And other than rain while I'm on the boat, I have not experienced port days that are rained out. So, and apparently that's a very rare thing. So that was incredible. And I should say also too that our fellow Global Truth Center people had gone on a trip together on another cruise ship that was close by. So maybe all of their consciousness around having good weather and our consciousness around good weather, who knows what it created, but we created some cosmic force that brought us sunshine every day. So very, very happy for that. So here's the thing. Like all months, we have a focus, and this month we're focusing on expansion. Now, here's the question. What are you going to expand upon this month? Because here's the truth. We are always expanding something. Whether we choose to, whether we do it consciously or not, we're always expanding in our lives. That's what being alive is. That's what growth is. Our cells are always renewing. Our mind is always renewing. So I ask you, what are you going to focus on this month? For me, the focus is spirituality. That really came clear to me last week as I was, sort of held up here for a little while. And then I was driving around my neighborhood, and there are about 4 churches within a walking distance of my house. And I was thinking to myself about the word God, because for me, the word God has not always been an easy thing. I think I told many of you that God has been weaponized to people in my community, for example. And I also told the story that when I was young, that a minister that I went to the priest and asked him, how come, God took my mother? And he told me that God needs your mother more than you. And I remember as a 9-year-old kid thinking, well, this God is not a God that I can worship. So here I end up, being a minister, learning what the word God means, which to me means love. It means inclusivity. It means all of those things. It is Christ-like. It is, there are people out there who claim the word, but not necessarily the actions of, being what a Christian is. And I just thought to myself, I really want to let that go. I want to let my own personal experience to the word God go, because I know that it means God within, that God is not something outside of me. It is part of me. It says it in the Bible. It says it in the Quran. It says it in all of the philosophies that we are this God, that it is not something separate from ourselves necessarily. And so I want to explore that a little bit. I thought maybe I'll attend one of the other churches and see where they are with their position, what they call God, what they call Christianity. Maybe I'll check that out. Maybe I'll check out other religions. I don't know. But I want to expand my spirituality this month. I became a minister 3 years ago, and I know that that's not an idle thing, that is something that is continuing. So I look forward to doing that this month. And I know that as I read every day, my spiritual practice is important. I get up, I meditate, I do my readings from the New Thought book. I do my Emmett Fox reading, and I pick up books throughout the day. I want to expand on that as well. I want to start to look at all aspects. We believe that there's many paths to God. And here's the thing, whatever works for you, whatever works for your highest good, continue to do that and expand on that. I had an opportunity to expand in our community this week. Our beautiful practitioner, Hester, had a fundraiser for our organization. Her family was there. We had board members there. We had members from the community there. And I felt completely connected to everybody there. That's a form of expansion. It's community, getting together with people, being involved. That is also part of expansion. It was lovely. We had, I did a sound bowl with meditation. So we meditated together. We prayed together. It was so nice to be face to face with people. And the truth is that everybody, was so welcoming, and it was just such a great place to be with members of the community. My hope for this community is that expands and that we start to be able to get together more. And also, I know that there are new members that are watching. I know that even possibly some of Hester's family may have joined, or some of her neighbors who were there. I hope that happens, because I'd really like to be able to expand in teaching. Another thing I did this week, I was invited to be a guest speaker at a Toastmasters club. Now, I have been a Toastmaster from the mid-1990s. I actually made it to second level from the Worlds and placed second in the speaking contest that they do every year. It was really nice to be back and to be a part of this group that is coming together, and they're expanding. And I loved being in the room with all of these people who are just focused on expanding their skills and expanding their leadership and learning what parliamentary discussion is in meetings, and also expanding, pushing through their barriers. And it was just so nice to be a part of that and be invited. And I know that several of you have talked about coming in and finding what our service is about. So I hope you're here tonight, and I hope that you're contributing your energy to this amazing opportunity for you to learn something as well. So welcome if you're new and you're watching from there as well. And so with that, I want you to think about expanding this month. Like I say, you know what? Read something new, pick up a new book, pick up something that expands your mind. Maybe meet new people this year, this week or this month. Try to meet new people. Expand into, get involved with a group or something along that line if you want to. Shine your light in the dark areas of your life. What areas of your life do you want to expand? Be willing to look at those places that you're not sure about and allow that to focus, to come into focus for you. Focus on God. And, I love our community because we can exchange the word God with love or universe or, creative consciousness or, any other name that you give it. I love this. Add an O and call it God or good. My good is non-deniable. My God is non-deniable. Myself is non-deniable. My love is non-deniable. Whatever you use, make it. And choose something big or small to expand upon. Just allow whatever you need to know to do that. And really, really just shine your love in an expansive way on yourself first. Remember, when my cup is full, there's enough for me to give to other people. So shine that light on yourself this week and this month as we step into the rest of this month. Shine it on yourself and on everyone you meet. Just shine your love, shine your light. The world needs that right now. We need that energy. Take that into the world, everyone. Namaste. And again, thank you so much for showing up here with your consciousness this evening. And thank you for allowing me to share my message. I really appreciate that very much. And so, as most of you know, our center is run by donations, and what we call it, this is our time of giving, whatever it is. If you can help us and contribute anything, big or small, it doesn't matter, to the center, do it from a place of love. I always say love is energy. Money is energy, so it's just love in action. Do it from that place of love. Just like when you give a gift at Christmas time, don't ever give a gift that that you resent having to give the gift. Do it from a place of love and allow that to expand. That is what helps keep us get this message out there. That is what we need in order to get the message out there. We're really small. We don't have a lot of finances or expenses, so every little bit helps. So if you can help out, that would be fantastic. It's very appreciated. And trust me, it goes back into getting the word out there. So keep that in mind if you can. That's great. And you can do that by going to our globaltruthcentertoronto.com website. You could also do it an e-transfer at info@globaltruthcentertoronto.com. All is welcome. We love it. If you use PayPal, you can do that as well. And if you've got any issues, just let us know. And while you're at our website, why not become a member? You can sign up for the newsletter that comes out every week. We invite you to do that. To be a member with the center, if you want to talk further about what that means, reach out to me or one of our practitioners. We would love to see this center expand so that we can continue to get that message out there. So I look forward to that expansion as well. Why not? Let's expand everything. Let's expand our center. Let's expand the message. Let's expand our abundance. As we give, we receive. We always hear that. That is true because in consciousness, the world is all built on balances, right? So if you want to feel abundant, give abundantly, and then you'll feel abundant. And that's whether it's your tithes or talents or energy or whatever it happens to be. You want to feel love, give love. That's how it works, bottom line. So keep that in circulation as you think about us this week. And with that, I would like to say again, everybody, thank you so much for showing up this week. We're so grateful for you. I am exceedingly grateful for Pierre, our musician, who brings his talent and incredible talent to this space every week. Pierre, music is your life. Life is your music. Do what you love what you do.
I even wrote a song about it.
You did. And I saw it on someone's t-shirt once at a concert.
Ah.
Just before you did it on that Wednesday night.
So wonderful.
So the message is out there for sure. Thank you so much, Pierre, for always bringing your light to this amazing opportunity as well. And to you, Nick, who happens to be also our technician tonight. So thank you, Nick, for your technician, for your words of wisdom, with your meditation, for grounding us. Thank you so much. And listen, I know you don't need luck to go into the next chapter of Ministerial. I know that you are already divinely moving in that direction. So I wish you nothing but the best. And I don't miss those late night ministerial classes that go till 1 a.m, but I wish you well with that as well, sir. So good luck with that. And not that you need it, but all the best for that. And again, to you, the community who showed up tonight, wherever you happen to be, whether it's night, whether it's morning, whatever it happens to be, whatever time zone, whenever you happen to be watching, it's the perfect time. I trust and I know. Remember, you have practitioners at our center who are here to help you, who are here to help you see the truth for yourself. Reach out if you need. If you're stuck in any way, if you're finding expansion a little challenging in any way, reach out to our practitioners. And I am Reverend Fred Ouimet, and I am here living a life of service so that I am also available if anybody needs any treatment or anybody needs any help road mapping what is already inside of them, and it just needs to be known. So I put that out there as well. Reach out, we're here for you. And so with that, Pierre, I know this song is going to knock people's socks off because it's an absolutely brilliant song. So why don't you sing us out, sir? And,
Okay.
and then I'll come back and say farewell.
Okay, this is called It Feels All Right, because it does.
Gonna feel all right.
I want this feeling to last all night. When the groove is grooving, it feels alright. Feels alright. We gotta keep moving, dancing in the dance of life. Busting out some new moves with the tried and true groove. It feels alright.
Feels all right, Pierre. Hey, listen, if you need a backup singer, I sang every note like a pro. I'm going to come to one of your gigs and you got to invite me up. It just has to happen.
I will. I need some dancers, some choreography. You know, you work on it.
I'll even do that. I'm good. I swear to God. Anyway, Pierre, thank you so much. Listen, community, go out. It feels all right to expand. Allow yourself to expand this week, this month, moving forward, always. You're doing it anyway. Why not do it consciously? Love and light and namaste, everyone. Have a great week. Thank you for coming.